Tribeca Synagogue at 49 White Street in Tribeca, Lower Manhattan stands out amongst the rigid geometric city landscape. Built by Harvard-educated architect William N. Breger in 1969, the synagogue was developed at a time where anti-Semitism was a rising concern for Jews in New York. Just a year before, thousands of teachers went on strike for the anti-Semitic firing of close to 19 Jewish public school teachers and administrators. It is this backdrop that sets the scene for a structure that is integrated yet radically distinct. Tribeca's predecessor, the Civic Center Synagogue, was founded in 1938 to serve textile workers and civil servants. Now, however, it caters to a residential and artistic crowd, a community which blends well with the iconoclastic architectural monolith. Due to these shifting tides, the building has held many names: the Civic Center Synagogue, the Synagogue of the Arts, and most recently, the Tribeca Synagogue. The structure stands out amongst its neighboring counterparts. The organic structure has been described as a pot-bellied stove floating above the street. The synagogue's shape is said to be reminiscent of the abstract eternal flame, although Breger, the architect, rejects any symbolism, insisting that the curvaceous design was meant only to generate a religious feeling. The shul is built primarily from brick, concrete shells, and wooden paneling. Since the synagogue was originally constructed for the daily workers, most of the building's real estate is utilized for the sanctuary, as opposed to communal meeting places. The synagogue is enclosed by 3 concrete shells, the thickest of which measures 7 inches in depth. The front, rear, and roof shells, along with the skylight, are all held together with tension and counterpressure, along with steel braces. The skylight tops a space frame built of steel supporting the almost triangular peak of the building. Interestingly, the construction process was easier than anticipated. Due to the configuration of the 3 shells, the formwork was able to be reused in each concrete pouring. When you enter the building, you walk through a cramped and dark passageway, which, while keeping with the motifs of the organic structure, takes away from the ambiance of the building. This may have been intentional, however, as the cramped space perfectly contrasts with the grandiose sanctuary, making the transition from space to space breathtaking. The shul is majestic, regal, and religious, yet noticeably distinct. The lack of sharp corners lends to a calming atmosphere. The tall ceilings and curved structure give the air of nouveau worship. The experience is at once playful and austere. The acoustics in the room are powerful to a fault. You can hear a whisper from both the podium and the back row of the shul. An interesting architectural element used in the synagogue is the motif of the floating platforms. Both the main front platform and the staging for the ark are floating above the ground, almost soaring up as a flame might, weightless in prayer towards its creator. This motif is mirrored in the pew design as well. In addition, both the ark and matching menorahs are constructed from hammered copper. This material matches the color scheme of the building and adds character, perhaps civic in origin, to its ornaments. This synagogue can be compared to the contemporaneous St. Mary's Cathedral in Tokyo, Japan, built by Kenzo Tange in 1964. Both are religious structures, utilizing large concrete shells to mirror religious themes. St. Mary's creates a cross, while Tribeca emulates the Semitic eternal flame. They both highlight natural light and use simple curves in their design. The Tribeca Synagogue and St. Mary's Cathedral both emerged in the mid-1960s, when the shift from modernist to postmodernist architecture began. The simple, inornate curves and concrete slabs, along with their formal and uniform design profiles, highlight their distinctly modern architectural influences. The Tribeca Synagogue represents the modern synagogue, just like St. Mary's embodies the modern church. Form is simple, lending to the functionality of an ancient, yet revolutionary religious experience.